afternoon, everybody. I'm back, and I'm back kind of late. As you see in the title, the topic of my testimony is New Age. And so I know that's very, very hot today. And if you read the Bible, you guys have read the Revelations chapter, you'll see that a lot of stuff in Revelations has already happened, and it's already happening now. So I'm going to talk about my testimony for New Age, because at some point my mind was in a New Age type of mind. I knew God for a very long time. Like, I started talking to him at a very young age, but I still, without knowing, was indulging in witchcraft. And so I'm gonna start by saying, I think it was 2 years ago. No, 2 years ago I started my walk. So I'm gonna go all the way back to when I was a kid, because I started looking at horoscopes. And so if you don't know, horoscopes is a form of witchcraft. And it's a form of witchcraft because it's sorcery. It's telling you your fortune. Like, it's like you're basically relying on a person to tell you your future. And when God says you're supposed to just live through life, you're not supposed to know what's going to happen, because then you'll try to change it. And so that's what I was looking at. I was looking at horoscopes. I think I started looking at horoscopes at 8 years old. And I started from, I think, like, I watched, like, my sister when she was a teenager. She would look at horoscopes with her friends. And so I'm like, ooh, what's a horoscope? And so I started looking at horoscopes, and I get real fascinated in it. And so fast forward up to, first of all, when I first looked at a horoscope, I was real fascinated with it. And I ran into something. I was, like, obsessively searching horoscopes when I think I was like 8. And so eventually I saw something I didn't like, and I stopped looking at horoscopes for a minute. And fast forward to 13 years old, I started back looking at horoscopes. And so I would look at horoscopes, and then I would not feel good in my spirit about it. Like I said, I knew who God was at a very young age. Like, I was talking to him, but I wouldn't feel good about. I didn't know why I didn't feel well watching, looking at these horoscopes and reading my future and stuff like that. But I would not feel good, and for some reason, I don't know why, I would say sorry to God. Because I would pray a lot. I would pray a lot as a child. And so for some reason, I would go to God and I would just be like, I'm sorry. And I did not know why I was saying I was sorry. I did not understand, but I would still watch it, but just feel bad in my spirit. I don't know why. And I heard God's voice at a young age. I'll get into a video about that. But I think I was in my flesh denial about horoscopes being bad. And so I would hear something say, you need to stop looking at these. You need to stop looking at these. But I would keep watching it. And so I was doing that for a while. I was just looking at horoscopes and stuff. And that was a form of witchcraft. So I was indulging in witchcraft. And eventually it becomes kind of obsessive, because you will get something about yourself, and then you'll be like, okay, now I gotta know what's the fortune for this day. Now I gotta know what's the fortune for next week. And the thing that gets people is that it's accurate sometimes. And just because it's accurate don't mean that it's for you. Don't mean that it's godly. Just because it's accurate. Because the devil roams the world. The devil is roaming the world, and so he will disguise himself as light. And so I think that's why a lot of people think that New Age stuff is light, and it's all about finding yourself, your true self, and it's good. But no, it's not. It's not good. And so I I would indulge in looking at horoscopes and stuff, knowing like deep down inside that it's wrong, but not knowing why and not understanding why. I didn't have an explanation to why, so I would just keep doing it. And I got to fast forward all the way up to 18 years old. So if you don't know, in order to go to a horoscope, not horoscope, in order to go to a psychic, you have to be 18. And I knew that. I was into horoscopes so deep that I knew that. And so, crazy thing is, I didn't know that it did not align with Jesus Christ, because I knew who Jesus Christ was, and I was talking to him, like I could hear him, and I still can. And so, I was like, okay, so I can go see horoscopes. I can go see a psychic. And so, I was 18. Yeah. I had just turned 18. Actually, on my birthday, I went to a psychic. No, I entered a psychic call. That's what I'll say. And then eventually it escalated to me going to a psychic one time. And, yeah, it was crazy. And so so first of all, in 2000, it was 2017, and I had spoken to a psychic over the phone, and may I remind you, so the reason I even spoke to a psychic in the first place is because I was feeling very, very lost in my life. I felt like I did not know who I was and what I'm supposed to be doing in the world. I didn't know my purpose. And so that's the reason why I went to the psychic in the first place. I wanted to know who my husband was going to be. I wanted to know who my true friends were. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I wanted to know who my true friends were, and I wanted to know what career was I supposed to be doing. And so I didn't have a drive until I really started my walk with Christ. I did not have a drive. I had talents, I had skills, everything, and I still do. I have talents, I have skills, but I did not know what to do with them. And every career I would think of would not fit with what I wanted to do. I was just like I don't have a drive for that. I have a drive for the things that I can do, but I don't have a drive for a business. I don't have a drive for although I do think I will be really good with business. I'll get back into that later. But I didn't have a drive for a lot of stuff in college. And so I was in college my freshman year. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm at this school. I really don't want to be at this school. And so I'm like feeling extremely lost. I'm like, I need somebody to validate that I will have a good future. I need somebody to tell me who I am. That's what I basically was doing. Someone needs to tell me who I am. And so I would call these psychics, and each psychic would give me a different fortune telling. But I don't know why I just kept listening to them. They would give me something different. They would keep giving me something different. Like, it was just crazy stuff they were telling me. And so, like, I would keep calling. I would keep on calling, and like while I was doing it, it just did not feel right. Like, something did not feel right. But I was like, you lost. You need to find yourself. So this is how you're going to find yourself. And so kept calling. And so that eventually ended. Somehow I realized that, like, okay, I really think God doesn't want me to be doing this. This is not helping me, because they're giving me different stories. I think back to and I was making the calls. So a month later, I got too comfortable with psychics, and I decided to go to see a psychic. And this lady was telling me crazy stuff, and so she knew something about me. She knew my brother had passed away. My brother passed away from cancer. She knew that. But she knew it only because my mom had came to her and she had told her that. And so she kind of said it to me like I was supposed to be surprised. But I was like, you could have got that from my mom. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking like you could have got that from my mom. But I'm talking to her. And so one thing I'm gonna say is, um, I feel like the Lord put this on my heart. The reason that psychics know things about your life sometimes, because she didn't know a lot of stuff about me, but she thought she did, is that there's spirits in the world, and so spirits and demons linger every single where. And so if there's a demon that has lingered around you, the same demon is going to be around her. And so whatever demon that was around her could have picked up on anything that has happened in your life, or anything, because demons watch. Demons can't get in your mind, and they don't know what you're thinking, but they watch you. And so whatever demon could have been watching you, like I say the demon of witchcraft. The demon of witchcraft, because I was doing witchcraft in that time, because I was looking at horoscopes, I had a demon of witchcraft around me, like telling me to do things, and telling me to not telling me to do things, but telling me to indulge in horoscopes and stuff. And so whatever that demon was, what aligned with her demons, and her demons could have gotten whatever was going on in my lifestyle from that demon. And so I figured that out later while talking to God, that's I was wondering, like, how did they know so much? And that's what I got from that. But yeah, just a heads up, they don't really know anything about your life. The devil roams the world. So back to me talking to her. So I spoke to her. I left still feeling lost, and I'm just like, I'm like, she didn't really help me. I still feel lost. Like, I felt uncomfortable actually after I left her. I felt kind of weirded out, but I felt uncomfortable. And so after all of that, I went home. I think I stepped back from horoscopes and psychics for a while. Actually, I stepped back from psychics altogether. I think that they were no help to me. I thought that they were no help to me. They aren't no help to me. And so I stopped talking to them altogether. And I'm like, I'm just wasting my money. But I think every now and then I would look at little tarot card videos. And so on and off for the next year, I looked at tarot card videos, and I looked at some horoscopes. And now this is to when I officially gave my life to Christ and got saved. I did not know what giving your life to Christ was. I knew who Christ was. I talked to him. He spoke to me. He helped me through trials and tribulations, but I never knew that you have to go through the process of giving your life to Christ. And so I ended up watching tarot card videos and stuff for the next year. So now we're back to 2018. That was 2017. Now we're in 2018. So I kind of held off of it. I wasn't doing it like crazy like I was before, because I was doing it like crazy. But I would look at it every now and then and be like, oh, this is gonna happen in my life. Oh, this is gonna happen in my life. Like, that was me. And one thing that I do regret is I kind of put my family on that kick, because I would tell them, like, you should look at this. And so later I told them that it was wrong and they should not be doing that. My sister knows, because she was one of the main people I was getting on that. And so fast forward to 2018, and I'm like going through a period of time where I'm like, I somewhat know who I am, but like I kind of don't. I'm talking to God, but I'm also looking at tarot cards, and tarot cards gotta be connected to God, because like this and this. And so what was I doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get the timeline together. So in that year, I did this and that. Okay, so 2018. Okay, here we go. I have so many testimonies, and I'm kind of getting mixed up with the testimony that happened around this time. Like, Okay, so so I went through a time where I would look at meditation videos, and this is the same thing with witchcraft. It's all in the same bucket. And so I would look at meditation videos. I'm trying to think if this was in 2017 or 2018. This was in. I am so sorry. Y'all can skip this little long pause if y'all want. We're gonna just say it's 2018. Regardless, this is how I truly knew that meditation and all. I started researching. I'll say that I started researching after this. I think it was 2017. Okay, we're gonna say 2017. Okay, so in 2017, I think this is actually, yeah, it was 2017, because this is why I stopped going to psychics for a minute. Because I knew psychics, I found out and I realized like psychics were like not good. Okay, so I went through a time where I would look at meditation videos, and so like I said, I was feeling really, really lost, and I didn't know who I was. So I'm looking at these videos, and it says find your higher self by meditating. I started actually legit meditating into the point where I fell asleep. Like no cap. I would meditate until I fell asleep, and then I would feel weird. Like I would feel really, really weird, but I was feeling like, yo, I'm almost there. I'm about to find myself. I'm so at peace. I'm so at peace. And so I think like it was just crazy. And so I think I went to school one day, and this girl like I would hang out with, and she was like, oh my gosh, like you're so bright, Asia. And I'm like, oh my God, it's working. And so it's working. People are starting to see me look brighter. But no, that's not. It ain't nothing but it ain't no light. Like I said, the devil disguises himself as light when he ain't nothing but dark. So I was doing that for a minute, and one day I would do it every day. One day I decided that I was not gonna meditate. I was like, yeah, I got too much going on in my head. I'm forgetting. Like I forgot to meditate, and it was supposed to be a thing that would help me find myself. When I tell you, I did not meditate, and I was feeling so weak, bruh. I felt so weak. I felt weak, and the Lord revealed to me later that these were demons attacking me. And so it's the first time that I ever realized that meditating and finding your higher self and psychics and all of that was witchcraft. Okay, so this was 2018. Yep. All right, I just corrected it. I just corrected myself. It's 2018 because this is when I completely dumped all of that. Yep, I completely dumped it all. And so I decided to not meditate that day, and I ended up having an anxiety attack in my room. Nobody was like here. Nobody was home. It was just me in my room by myself, and I'm like feeling weak, and then all of a sudden I started having anxiety so bad that I like my heart was just beating repeatedly, that I just dropped to my knees. Like I felt like I was about to have a heart attack. And so only thing I could hear was call Jesus' name. And so I say, Jesus Christ, help me. And when I tell you, it was like somebody was strangling me for a while, and then they let go once I said Jesus' name. And from that day on, I was like, this stuff is evil, because when you have to call on Jesus from pain, something was going on with that. And it was all because I took back a day from meditation. And so I was thinking to myself, I don't think I really need to meditate anymore. I think I'm good. And it was like something was pulling at me and was like, you need to meditate in order to feel better. And if you're not going to meditate, we're going to hurt you. And so I guess whatever demon was attacking me was thinking like, you're going to have to meditate. And if you're not going to meditate, we're going to attack you. And then you're going to feel like you need to go meditate because you're being attacked. And you're going to feel like the only way you're not going to get attacked is to be meditated. But they don't know. Long behold, I know who Jesus Christ is. So I started calling Jesus' name and they let me go. Period. They let me go. And so after that, I had said to myself, like, I am never going to look at the meditation videos. And then in that was 2018. And in 2017, I told myself I wouldn't look at psychic videos because I found out psychics were bad. And then I found out beginning of 2018 that tarot cards were bad. And then I found out that time when I did the meditation stuff, that meditation was bad. And so I'm like, this is all linking up. Like, this is all, it's all coming together. And so I look at a YouTube video about New Age. And so I see New Age pop up on my timeline. I click it. And then this girl is talking about everything that I went through. She like, horoscopes is witchcraft. She's like, and God and Jesus isn't like that. She's like, psychics, witchcraft. Jesus isn't like that. She's like, meditation. And so I start researching this stuff. And I knew all along, like, it was evil. But nobody told me this. Like, Jesus was telling me this. And then I just started researching it. And it all came up. So I'm like, okay, the Lord is confirming with me that this stuff is evil. Like, done with it. And I was completely done with that stuff. And so it's very, very dangerous. And so I thank God all the time that he did not let me get deep into that stuff, because it can get so deep to where demons will try to take your soul. Like, I don't know what they was doing to me. They tried to attack me or something. I don't know what was going on. But God was like, not my daughter. Not today, Satan. And like, that was crazy. That was some crazy stuff. But after that, I started my walk. No, not after that. I just knew it was evil. I'm going to go into another video about my walk. That's going to be my next video because it's a lot more to my walk. At that time, I feel like I just knew that stuff like that did not align with God and Jesus. After that, I started to gravitate more to Jesus, because I was like, well, I know this is not like God. I know this is not what you're supposed to do, and you're not supposed to be doing all of that. If I want to find myself, I got to find myself in God. So I knew that now that I don't know myself, I need to find myself in God. That was my whole mindset with all of that, is that I need to find myself in God. And stay tuned if you want to know how I started my walk, because that same year I started my walk. But yeah, that's my New Age testimony, where the Lord saved me from that, and I thank him all the time for him saving me from being attacked and from protecting my spirit and my soul, because I was looking at horoscopes since I was a little girl. And so if you look at how I explained my story, it escalated from there. Like, I knew who Jesus was, but I would always find myself like looking at horoscopes and indulging in witchcraft and did not know. So it's a lot of people today who look at horoscopes and go see psychics and do pendulum stuff, all types of stuff. It's a lot of people who do that and don't even know that they're doing witchcraft. And I'm quite sure people would even get offended if they found out the word for what they were doing. Like, I don't do witchcraft. I don't do all it. Like, yes, you are. That's sorcery. all of that stuff is sorcery. It's in the Bible, and God says in Revelations that in the end times, this stuff will be going on. People will be doing sorcery. People will be listening to sorcerers and trying to tell fortunes and stuff, and that is not like God. It's really not. And so and I knew it was just so evil when I got attacked like that, because it was just like, it was like I set off something. Like something was just angry. Like a demon was just angry that I just stopped meditating, and it was like, we got to do something to get her back. But I'm happy I know who Christ is, because I'm happy I knew who Christ was, and I repented too to that. I had so much guilt in my heart for doing all of that, because that is unpleasing. That is so unpleasing to God, to look for something. In a way, it's kind of idolatry, because you're looking to other people to tell you what your future is, and it's crazy. It's not good. It's not good at all. And so I was on my face crying, repenting to the Lord for that. And the Lord confirmed with me that I was forgiven, and he said that, okay, live your life as new. And so that was a crazy time, but I'm so happy that the Lord revealed that to me. The Lord was revealing to me. I just wasn't being an obedient child. I wasn't listening. I was just going in my own way. But I always knew, because the Lord was always telling me, this is no good. Each time I did what I did, like going to a psychic, I knew it was no good. When I would look at horoscopes, like I said, I would stop for a while. I knew it was no good. And the meditation was like the icing on the cake. Like the Lord was like, it's time to come home to me, daughter. Like, so thank you for watching. That is my new age testimony. And anybody looking at this, I hope that if you're looking at horoscopes, if you're thinking about going to a psychic, if you're doing any of that, please do not do that. You are opening up you're opening up a way for demons to come in. You're opening up a way for demons to come in. And after that, I had to actually do prayer to like make sure that no demons would enter me. I had to do a prayer to make sure that no demons enter my home. Like I had to pray it away. And I think it was a few months after I talked to God about it and repented, I still felt in my spirit like I really needed to talk to God and get rid of whatever was lingering around me. I felt like something was still there, and so I did that. And the Lord came through, and he took it away. He took away that feeling of any spirits that was left behind. He took it away, and so I really do thank him for that. Like that was amazing to witness. Cause like it was like I knew the Lord was telling me, but I did not listen. And when I called him, even though I was like not being an obedient daughter, the Lord still had mercy on me, and he still came through for me when I was in that place. Like he still came through for me, even though I didn't listen. And he was telling me the entire time. He still came for me, and he still saved me for whatever I was about to enter. And it's such a blessing. And so I really thank him all the time. And like I said, if you're trying to do something like that, if you're thinking about doing something like that, it's witchcraft. Do not do it. I feel like a lot of young people need to know that, because a lot of young people are feeling lost today, and they're feeling like they need to find themselves, and that's the way to find themselves. If they knew what was next, they would feel better. But no, to be honest, that stuff isn't true. They're telling you what your future is going to be, and in your mind you're thinking, okay, now this has to happen, and you're walking into it. That's what you're doing. Nobody knows our future but God, and when you indulge in that, you're creating your own future, and you're allowing others to create a future for you, and that's not how it was supposed to be. So thank you for watching this video. I'm actually going to make my testimony for my I'm gonna make my testimony for when I started my walk, which it gets even better. So thank you for watching and stay tuned.